PS3. I think everybody that's been watching the past few nights for Alien Isolation, I definitely want to keep going to the end. Like, and I'll be honest, originally I had only planned to do this game like around Halloween time, but then again, the Alien Day with April 26th dawned on me, and it's such a phenomenal game. I mean, honestly, it really, really is. But yeah, Scott, the Working Joe, totally like RoboCop's distant cousin. And I love that idea. I love that Creative Assembly, like, they took the Alien universe, and to me, they just, like, I would love for this to be a movie. And honestly, I really think it does. Like, after, like, now we've got Alien Covenant coming up here, I think, very soon. Or, actually, it might already be out. I can't remember. I know Covenant's coming out this year. I can't remember when. So we got Alien Covenant. And then I think we've got, Neil Blomkamp is supposed to do his Alien movie. I do believe, because I think Blomkamp is waiting to do his Alien movie till after Scott. And then the lady that I was actually talking to, young lady I was talking to on here yesterday that played Alien Isolation, she of course had mentioned, and I didn't think of this, that Ridley Scott's entire point for doing this whole like Prometheus and now Covenant is it was always planned to be a trilogy, which I guess intrigued me because, like, okay, after I watched Prometheus, I expected there to be a continuation, which I still think, maybe after I watch it I might have different thoughts, but I still think that Alien Covenant should still be called Prometheus 2 or some variation. But the fact that maybe there might be a third, I don't know, I guess it kind of intrigues me, because in my head I thought Covenant was going to kind of be the end of, the engineer storyline, but I mean, it couldn't be. And also too, like, sitting here looking at the screen, like the flickering, I love that it's like the retro futuristic. I love how they did this. Like you think it worked better as a miniseries. Think it worked better as a miniseries, okay. So, wait a minute, what would work better as a miniseries? I'm not following. The Alien movies? Or, I think I've gotten ahead of, you're talking about this. Alien .05. Okay, I got you. Well, this isn't supposed to be before Alien. This is supposed to be essentially after, because this is Amanda Ripley. This is, gosh, I can't talk. This is Sigourney Weaver's Ripley. What is Sigourney Weaver's Ripley's first name? I always forget Ripley's first name. Because this is Amanda. Right, no Isolation. You were talking about Isolation. I always forget, like, what Ripley's first name is. Anyway, this is supposed to be, Ripley's daughter, years later, now grown up as we see her. I mean, at least in her teens to, I would definitely think early 20s, now going out to look for her daughter. And if memory serves, Ripley mentions in the first Alien that her daughter is younger, I believe. Yes, Covenant would be 0.5, yeah, because Prometheus and Covenant and everything are all essentially sort of prequels to the point. Which I understand that, because just like, it's a storyline within that same universe. That's the same reason I was never really angry with, Predator and everything existing in the same universe. Say what you will about the Aliens versus Predator movies, but I understand, like, it made sense, like, the Ellen Ripley, thank you, Ellen is Ripley's first name, thank you, Ellen Ripley is Sigourney Weaver. That, say what you will about the Aliens versus Predator movies, but to me it just makes sense. The ultimate hunter against the ultimate prey, and I think the Alien definitely embodies that, so to have them within the same universe, to me, made sense. So I appreciate the Aliens versus Predator movies. Of course, years before, there's the comics. So that's the reason I appreciate where they're going with it. But as for right now, I'm excited because, like, we got Covenant, we got Blomkamp coming up, and I really think the next movie that should be on the docket, like, let's say that Scott is going to do a trilogy, so whatever is going to be after Alien Covenant. My entire point being is I really think that Alien Isolation, I really think this really, really needs to be... It needs to be its own movie, or even, Scott, you had mentioned being it being a miniseries, and I could see that as well. Just in some... But, I mean, if it was going to be a miniseries, you'd really have to get a network... like late night, kind of like what AMC's doing, or, you know, premium programming like Starz or Showtime, HBO, somebody like that, to carry it on, to do it any justice whatsoever. I mean, at all. I still think it would deserve justice as a movie, but I get what you're saying, because Isolation, I mean, generally, what would you say? A single-player game is going to have at least, 20 hours worth of content. So, yeah, a miniseries makes more sense. And I see I got some other viewers in here, guys. Right now I'm talking about the theories as far as Alien Isolation, what might be the future for the Alien franchise. Like, I know right now we got Alien Covenant coming out this year. I'm really excited that Neil Blomkamp, who did, District 9 and Elysium and Chappie, he is also slated to do an Alien movie, or at least so I heard, Alien 5. And then there was a young lady in here yesterday who had mentioned, and I never thought of this, that Scott is actually planning these Alien movies, or the Prometheus Covenant, it's supposed to be a trilogy, which that had never dawned on me. So if that's the case, that means there's yet another Prometheus-like movie beyond that. And see, and I still think all this is to tell the story of the engineers, because at least to me, and I think the core of the Alien fan base, that's what was intriguing, because I remember, forever, that like when you watch the first Alien movie and they find the eggs and whatnot, and you see this gigantic being like sitting in, like, I thought at the time, I thought it was like a gigantic gun. And then of course now with Prometheus, you find out who they are. So that's really what I hope they continue. Like, I get that he's trying to close more and more, mesh it closer to the Alien universe, but to me the engineer part is the more intriguing. Like the whole, like Wayland, which was strangely played by Guy Pearce in Prometheus, that he wanted to find them. Stars would jump all the Alien series because supposedly, hang on Scott, it's cutting it off because I can't see it. This is why I need you to chat in chat, man, because otherwise because anybody else, if you're watching, all you're going to see is the little blur up at the top of the screen, because it's actually blurred out for everybody else. And I guess it's blurred out for you too, except you know what you're typing. You said Stars would jump all over the Alien series because supposedly Showtime is making a Halo series. Ooh, okay, I see what you're saying. Because, yeah, to compete. Although, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know Halo has definitely tackled some mature content, like, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't that, like, was it Forward Unto Dawn, which was the web movie that I think it was, or it might still be available, like, on Netflix. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it would definitely be competition, but I don't know. Either way, I'm talking my ear off. I'm pretty much done for the stream right now. This was part 3 of Alien Isolation. We got a good 2 hours in. I mean, we're about 5 minutes over 2 hours. I enjoyed it. Like, I felt like I kept a good pace. And, like, talking with Scott, I think it's cool that you watch, man. I'll join you on PS3 here in a second so we can chat up. And anybody else, if you watch this in postscript after the fact, and if you're a fan of Alien Isolation, like IMJ, let me give a shout out, IMJ042. Thanks for stopping by, man. Like, you talked about how it was such a great game that you absolutely loved it. And matter of fact, you even said it same as me. You said first played it on the PS3, and you got the still case version. I'll admit, I'm very envious that you got the still case version. I am very, very envious, and I know it is, like, some games I really want to get collector's editions, and this would be one of those games because I bought it twice. I own it on the PS3, and as you see now, I'm streaming it. I'm streaming this via the PS4. which I know there are ways to stream from the PS3, but it's, at least not to my knowledge, not quite this seamless. But either way, guys, I'm going to shut it down. Thank everybody for the after Alien Day edition for Alien Isolation, and hope to pick it up either tomorrow or the next day. Tomorrow being today, I guess you could also say Friday. So I might pick it up tomorrow. Saturday I've got some stuff going on, but nothing later. So either way, I will see everybody then. Till then, don't forget to look behind